If you've ever walked into Galaxy's Edge at one of the Disney parks, stood inside Dock-On Doors, and stared at those beautiful Legacy lightsabers, you've asked yourself the exact same question I did. Can I actually fight with these things? Or are they just an expensive paperweight? Now, if you ask Disney, they'll tell you these things are high-end, expensive collector items meant for a shelf. They've got these character-accurate hilts like Vader, Luke, or Ahsoka, just to name a few, and those nice removable blades. But back in February 2020, when these things were fairly new and still very popular, I started collecting them. And let me tell you, I didn't buy my first two, the Reforged Skywalker Saber or the Darth Vader, just to sit around to look pretty. My family and I wanted to have some fun. We wanted to swing away. We didn't care about keeping them pristine. We wanted to duel. We spent years putting them through the ringer. Today I'm breaking down the build quality, comparing them to dedicated stunt sabers, and giving you the honest truth about what happens when you actually smash these things together. Hey there, I'm Jason with Nash Disney Explorers, and I'm thrilled that you're here. Thank you for joining me today. Come on and let's jump in and start exploring. Let's look at the actual build quality. First off, these hilts feel awesome. They're heavy, made of solid metal construction, and they're 100% movie accurate. Other than they're probably a little thicker than they should be. The movie's hilts are a lot thinner than what they actually make, but I think that's to put the blade in. I don't know, but they're pretty accurate, I'll put it that way. But movie accurate doesn't always mean comfortable. Because they copy the exact on-screen design, the grip comfort varies widely. Vader's ridges can deep dig into your hands, and Anakin's activation box is always right where you want to put your thumb. The weight distribution is also pretty hilt heavy until you pop that thick plastic blade in, which shifts your balance way forward. Two major things you'll notice right away. If you try to spin or swing them, first there's a slight wobble in the blade connection because it's a quick release twist lock, so it's not perfectly flush. Second, the sound responsiveness and brightness aren't good enough for a bedroom. It's not the greatest. But the motion sensors inside have a tiny bit of a lag compared to those high-end custom electronics. If you buy a cheap Amazon saber, you're getting a lightweight aluminum and generic sound. On the flip side, if you buy a dedicated dueling saber from companies like Ultra Sabers or Vader's Vault, you're getting a weapon built for full contact sports. They use a hollow, heavy graded polycarbonate blades locked down by retention screws, and the LEDs are housed inside the hilt, not in the blade itself. Legacy sabers have the LEDs inside the blade, which means every hit is a risk to the lights. So knowing all that, how do they actually hold up in combat? We broke our testing down into 3 tiers based on our years of playing around with them. First up is the light sparring. This is your choreographed combat, controlled hits, focusing on the sound and the feel. Honestly, it feels like you're just going through the motions. If you're looking for a light workout, it's okay, but we didn't enjoy this tier as much. It lacked the impact. Tier 2 would be the medium dueling. This is where the real fun happens for us. Medium dueling, harder strikes, blade, locks, spins, and serious stamina test. We aren't professionals or anything, but let me tell you, we were trying to hit them pretty hard, for us at least. And you know what? It felt pretty awesome. You generally get a massive workout when you're going at medium intensity, and the blades can take a surprisingly solid smack against each other.
And I'm going to come at her really hard. Just hold the lightsaber down. I'm going to come at her really hard to see if this will hold up. Ready? Just hold the lightsaber up in the air. It's still working. 4-year-old lightsaber still working.
But then we went even further with them as we took them to the ultimate extreme, and I would not advise you to actually do what we did with these things. We literally dropped one of the Legacy Lightsabers from a roof of a 2-story house. We also jumped off a roof with them in our hands, and it landed on the ground as we were jumping off the roof.
Do they still work?
And at one point, while we were doing all this stress test thing, we took one of the lightsabers and we started smacking them, or I had a guy smacking them against a window. That it was a building that we were tearing down anyway, so I just wanted to see how much the blade would hold up. So we would smack it, we smacked it, and we smacked it, and that blade didn't hold up after, you know, that kind of smacking. So they have their limits, as you can see in the video here, that the blade really got destroyed.
All right, let's see the blade. Wreck-It Ray, what'd you do to it, Wreck-It Ray?
Well, I mean,
you trashed it.
Damages really suck. I mean,
see if it turns on. It still turns on.
It does,
still turns on.
Heck yeah.
How's the hilt? Show me the hilt.
Wow, it looks pretty good to me.
The hilt's still doing well.
Heck
still
yeah.
doing good. But the blade is trashed.
Now, we did scratch up the metal, and we've broken a few pieces off the hilts through our dueling days. But the mind-blowing part is that through all that abuse, the hilt electronics never stopped working. The internal boards of these things are incredibly tough.
It's pouring out here. They're still going, baby. They're still working.
Though I will say they're not the highest quality compared to what you would get in a custom saber. But for what you pay, they're pretty good. For the 5 or 6 years in which we've had them, they've held up pretty good, and they're still working today. So what's the verdict? We have a scorecard here that we want to keep score with, you know. So the display quality, let's talk about that first. For me, it's probably an 8 to 9 out of 10. We'll say an 8 out of 10 because they do look incredible on the shelf. They're very movie accurate, but their size is a little bigger than the actual movie, so I can't give it a full 10. The sound on them, I would probably give a 6 out of 10. That's probably a little high because compared to a custom saber, you know, they don't even compare. But they do have clash effects. They're a little bit of a lag on it, but it's still pretty cool. Let's do now comfort. Comfort for dueling. I would have to give that about a 4 or 5 out of 10. Let's say a 5 out of 10 because they are a movie design lightsaber, and so the grip is on them isn't always that great and that comfortable to be able to duel with or even spin. Durability. I would give this probably a 7 out of 10 because we've used these lightsaber all these years and they're still working and they've held up. I don't know if you've had different experiences than what I've had, but we've whacked them around and played with them and they're still working. So, well, the value. It depends. If you want a gorgeous replica that you occasionally play with, fight with, it's worth it. If you want a pure combat weapon, I would look elsewhere. So the overall verdict would be it's incredible fun to duel with Legacy lightsabers, but at the end of the day, they really aren't made for it. If your main goal is heavy clashing and saber spinning, there are other custom companies out there that'll make a much better tool for the job. But if you want to feel like Darth Vader in your backyard and don't mind a few scratches, they'll survive a lot more than Disney claims. Let me know in the comments, have you ever broken a Legacy lightsaber? What was your first hilt? Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, y'all, and please like this video. I appreciate you watching, and we really hope to see you on the next video. Have a good one.